morning. What you're about to see is my attempts to blank off the choke ferrule with the appropriate threaded nut and bolt. Now, most of the suppliers are very cagey around what this thread is. I believe it's 2BA, and I believe my old school hardware store will still sell 2BA threads. I might be wrong, but I'm out to take the 1959 BSA C15 into St Ives to ascertain if I can blank that off. Why am I going to blank it off? Well, as my friend Chili said, I have a tickler on the concentric carburettor, and typically my Bantam Patina B175 doesn't need very much of a choke, so I'm thinking I can completely omit the choke cable from the top hat of my carburettor and make it easier to start. Not only that, I'm absolutely hacked off with the Wassel Chinese cables pulling the nipples off, and obviously there's a risk to the nipple going inside the carburettor and obviously being pulled through to the engine and damaging the crown of my piston or the top of my cylinder head. But anyway, this short video is all about my search for a appropriate threaded screw bolt that will blank off that and allow me to have just use the tickler. Hope you enjoy the video. I'm on my way into St Ives. I've ridden in from the Norfolk Cambridgeshire border. I'm going to an old school DIY store to get what I'm told on the forums is a 2BA bolt screw to take the choke ferrule, as you saw in the earlier bit of the video, off my Amal concentric carburettor. Doesn't matter, does it, at what time of year you ride? Well, at this time of the year particularly, I always seem to be riding into the sun. It always seems so low as well. So we're approaching 11 o'clock. You can see here that there's challenges parking for car drivers. So we're going to Bridge Street and we're going to West End DIY, and I think that's the best opportunity I've got of successfully getting the appropriate nut, bolt or screw to go into the Amal top hat. But let's go take a look. If they've not got it, I'll have a rethink. But yeah, St Ives Bridge Street. Shame my camera wasn't recording earlier. I was at the traffic lights, two cars pipped and waved at me. You know, old boys, respectful the fact that the BSA is running and I'm using it. But yeah, here we go, West End DIY. No such luck. The BA threads are far too small, and I'm not going to risk something that comes between an M5 and an M6. But hey, it's been nothing more than an excuse to have a ride out. Thanks anyway. I'll try again next time. Cheers, buddy. Thanks, mate. Well, I think I'm going to refit the choke. Not a lot I can do. I need to speak to a couple of contacts and determine the way forward. Bloody tour de hospital. Anyway, so never mind, it was an excuse for a good run out. I was talking about winter clothing earlier. Crikey, can you go any slower around the corner, love? I was talking about winter clothing earlier. We've all seen them, those Asian, Indian, Pakistani websites that offer you what appears to be cheap motorcycle clothing for a fraction of the UK retail price. Anyway, I took a punt on these. They are long length gauntlet, old style, really thick. Obviously they're not waterproof, being leather, but they're the glove of choice for me this winter, and I'm really impressed. I've just had a brainwave. I'm going to go check QVS Electrical in St Ives. I think they're open till midday, and we're well to the left of midday on the Saturday when I'm out riding. So let's go check QVS and see if they sell BA screws or bolts. I can take a shortcut to my friend's house for a cup of tea this way anyway. Just not very picturesque when I'm riding and filming, is it? My friend's business is down here, trimfix.co.uk. Highly recommended for bike covers. Okay. Permanently closed. Oh dear. Okay. You can't say I'm not trying, can you? You cannot say I'm not trying. Anyway, switching the camera off. Here we go. I've been out several hours at well below freezing with the air that I'm pushing as I'm riding. But autumn is one of my favourite times of the year, just with the colours and the fact that everything is preparing for winter and rejuvenation. But here we go, dog off a lead. Let's hope we're not going to do it, but here we go. Thank you very much. It's cold, isn't it? Do you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. I'm going to go down by the pond. So this is the road to Wennington and the Ravelys, but I won't be going that far. Again, look, another East Anglian B road. Lumps and bumps and bumps and lumps. But this is another road I like. It's for me, I ride about less than a mile up here to a T-junction, and there's a lovely thatched cottage that I usually take a picture of my bikes outside with a duck pond. Yeah, you're afforded wonderful views as I climb up to Wennington from here. It's only a few metres. Here we go. Yeah, I think I've missed all the autumn colours. You can just see it here. The old oaks hanging on to the last. Here we go. This is a wonderful hamlet, Wennington. Yeah, I usually sit on that park bench on the left. Great North Road, the old A1. That's Wennington, the Ravelys. Let's go this way, let's take a look. Shit,
bunkhouse. Doesn't everything look better in the sun? Oh dear, it's that scarecrow hanging. Is that a message? Lord. Yeah, look at this. Single track road covered in mud. What could be better on a late November Saturday? Now the question is, do I call at the pub? Do I call at the pub on the way home? With these old roads that I'm riding between the farms is that you're afforded quite a good view of what's ahead, so you know, bimbling along, you don't have to worry about the fact that there's no pullovers, laybys. Pheasants are out, partridges, squirrel earlier, rabbits. I mean, it is absolutely flipping freezing, but in that sun, and it just shows you the power of it, in that sun you soon warm up. My hands are not cold. That's amazing, you know, chugging along 250cc. It's used hardly any fuel. Oh, I've got so many layers on. Okay, so it's approaching 2 p.m, 1400 hours, and I can feel the temperature dropping. Okie dokie. Let's get going. Tickle the carburetor, as you do. Oh, I'd forgot, I've got a temporary ignition switch on the side. There we go. She's on. Here we go, leaving the elm. So there we go, I've been out for several hours now, and we can see, if we look at the road, you can see the salt on the opposite side of the road, so it was a good call not to bring the Norton out. And I think it was the right decision not to go pay and collect my Kawasaki. I'll do that after work on Monday, and for now just spend the day in the glorious sun. Yeah, I was talking earlier about my Indian gloves for £29, and they are very, very good. My fingers have not felt terribly cold wearing these gloves. My thermals, I'm wearing thermals. I'm wearing Market Traders long sleeve thermal top, long legged thermal bottoms between my jeans and my leg, and yeah, they're good. Right, I'm going to try and get past this girl here. She's bimbling along at, I don't know, must be close to 40. As I've said before on my previous videos, I don't like taking the C15 past about 55. She rewards me for that with reliability and the fact she'll hold it all day. Anyway, that has been my late November 2023 riding video. Please think about hitting the like button at the bottom of the video, and if you think that videos like this will interest you, please seriously consider about hitting the subscribe button, and then you'll get notifications every time I release a new video. But for those that ride bikes, ride safe. And for those that don't ride bikes or used to ride bikes, then you're very welcome to watch the series and the many videos that appear on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, everybody. Ride safe. Cluffy.